There is a much better way to solve the 4x4 rather than using reduction. It is called the Yao method, and that is what I'm going to start going over in this video. It does start the same way as reduction, and we will be making a white center and a yellow center first. You can make whichever one you want first. I'm not color neutral, but I'm at least color neutral to the point where I make yellow or white. So I'm going to preserve this bar right here and build the other white bar to go on top. Once again, I'm going to preserve that yellow bar. I'm going to knock it to the other side. And now I just need to finish off making this. Now, Yao is a form of reduction. It's just we do it in a different order. The next thing you would normally do in reduction is finish off the centers. In this case, we're going to finish off these edge pieces for our cross. The reason why we're going to do this is by finishing this, it's going to allow our look ahead on the last 8 edges to be far better, since we won't have to look on both sides of the cube. Let's start doing that now and talk about the most efficient way of doing it. If you're a right-handed solver, it's a good idea to keep your yellow on this side and your white on this side, so you can continuously use your right hand to push this way or turn up. And what we're going to do is build 3 edges. Notice I have a yellow and yellow here. The objective is to get one on the left side and one on the right side, then just simply connect them. This is not too difficult for your first pair. And then we're going to just insert over here. This is where it may get a little tricky. I see a blue, red, green, blue, red over here. What I like to do is when I see this, put them across from each other. Hopefully it'll be on opposite sides, but it's not. So if I just U2 the top or bottom, I'm going to be able to move this one to the left or right and this one to the left or right. But since this one is already up here, I'm going to D2 it. So what some people like to do is when they put their edges in, they put their edges in the back or the bottom. In this case, since I've already moved it to the back, I'll U2, connect, and yellow's already there, and insert. Now I have a blue and a green, and I see there is another one on the back side here, but there's a green right here. I can flick that guy in. This guy needs to come up to the top right here. But as I bring him up to the top, I notice that U move will align it. I'll put him in the back, connect them, and insert. Those are your first 3 edges. What we're going to do from here is we're going to finish all 4 centers. And this is a crucial step that most people won't find intuitive unless they know the procedure. The method I like to use is called half centers. What we do is we build 3 adjacent half centers, and from there we're able to just use wide arm moves or flicks like this and U moves with this guy at the top. I have a blue already made, so that means I need to have orange up here and red back here. The red is already made. Notice the orange is also here. So that is kind of already made now. So you notice I have these 3 half centers already made. I'll put the blue or the middle one on the bottom, and I'll make the blue block first. There's a blue block. There's a blue block as well. Connect them, and now I'm going to start making the orange block. There's an orange block. I'm going to locate it over to here. The other orange is right there, so I will need to flick this one more time. Put it back over, bring the blue back up. Now the blue and the orange are now solved. So I'm going to cube, wide turn down. Now I just need to finish off the green and the red. I can pair up my greens. And now I have my 4 centers done. It is a little slower than reduction, but at the end of the day, this saves much more time from the edge pairing of the first 3 pairs. Now we're going to talk about the other ones. So I'm going to put the white on the bottom now, and I'm going to make my next pair. This is actually a pretty beneficial location. What I like to do is I put my last pair next to each other, and I simply just push over. I'll insert this one piece below, then I can quickly insert it on the bottom. So now I have my white cross already done when I go into 3x3, and hopefully we get a very nice edge pairing on this phase. It is a little easier to do this edge pairing technique. I use what's called 6-2 edge pairing. I'm going to be making some videos describing all these steps in a little more detail, but notice I have a red-blue here. I'm going to be inserting my other red-blue right there. So now when I push that over, it makes the pair, but the red-green will get pushed there, making a pair that I got for free. Green, yellow is right here. I will insert that. So now when I push over, I have 3 pairs. I'm going to have to take those 3 pairs out and put them on top. Green, orange is right here. Blue, orange right there. Yellow, blue, put that in as well. Slide back, and usually you only have 2 to left to go, and this is just the slice, flip, slice case. We're on to the 3x3 stage, but notice we already have our cross made, something I really do like about the YAO method, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some troubleshooting in another video as I go to finish this off. But at the end of the day here, we're just going nice and slow, and notice that happened. If you've never seen this before, we're going to run a parity fix. Hopefully I'm going slow enough that you can see what I'm doing. We're going to finish up our OLL. Now we're looking at our PLL. Now this PLL doesn't exactly have the parity in it, and I'll show you the parity fix just in case, but we're also going to show you some parity fixes later on as well. Just a Z-perm, I think. But the parity case would be if you need to switch the front with the back. Once again, front with the back was this: 2 middle slice, top, 2 middle slice, wide, 2 middle slice, wide, and that one. Last thing I would like to mention is, if you are more interested in troubleshooting techniques for the YAO method, please take a look at my YAO method playlist. I will be going over how to make the first 2 centers, first 3 edges, last 4 centers using the half center method, other types of edge pairing, 6-2 troubleshooting, 3-2-3 and 3-2-3 troubleshooting, and I'm going to be going over how to identify OLLs and how to identify PLLs with the parity algorithms, and maybe some troubleshooting on how to use the parity algorithms more effectively. Have a great day.